Hi, it's Dan from EUJUICERS.COM, coming to you as always from the heart of Europe. And I've brought our resident herbologist, whatever you say, Krista. Herbalist, okay. And what are you going to make for us today?
Well, today we're going to make nettle tea, and we're also going to try juicing nettles.
You know, I've heard a lot about juicing nettles. I've never tried, so I'm curious about that. Every day at work, most days, Krista has this bottle of nettle tea waiting for me on the counter. I bring it to work, kind of nurse it through in the morning. What's this good for?
This is an excellent liver and kidney cleanser, general internal healing, a diuretic, and it's really good for rheumatoid arthritis or any kind of joint or muscle pain. It also really clears up skin. It's an excellent tonic. In fact, it's called a spring tonic, which helps clean out the whole body, all the systems after winter.
So why are you giving it to me? I'm perfect. Come on.
You are perfect. That's why I love you.
Oh, great. But I guess everything can be improved. So this stuff grows everywhere, right?
Absolutely. It grows everywhere. And in fact, it's interesting. When I was growing up in America, to me, this was like a plant you wanted to avoid completely.
Just a weed.
Yeah, a weed, and that hurt you.
Yes.
So we wanted to avoid it completely. When we moved to the Czech Republic, it was interesting. Our neighbor grew it in her backyard. And I thought that was really weird that she was actually cultivating it in her backyard. And I asked her about it, and she said, "Oh, I make tea from it." So I did some research, and it was really interesting to me that this has been used for centuries as an all-over general healer and as a healer for acute needs in the body. And it's really great even to use topically. Sometimes I take Dan out in the forest, and I hit him with the nettles to help him with his shoulder pain.
Yeah, I remember when we first came here, we were on a walk with our neighbors, and I hurt my knee, and all of a sudden one of my neighbors grabbed one of these and started hitting my knee. I'm like, "What are you doing? That hurts." She's like, no, it's good for you.
Yeah. So it's been really interesting to research this beautiful weed and find out the medicinal benefits of it.
And I will say, yeah, it does grow everywhere. I just got this stuff on the way to work. I pulled off the road. You don't want to collect it right next to the road. You know, it might have some toxins from car exhaust, things like that. But I just walked, 50, 100 meters off the road and found it's everywhere. Just make sure you use gloves and scissors. So I'm going to get out of the way, let you do your thing, and I'll be back at the end.
Today I'm going to be making nettle tea. You can use fresh nettles for tea. We do it all the time in spring and fall. But I like to pick a lot of nettles so that we have nettles throughout the year. In winter, it's just delicious to be able to drink nettle tea. So I use the dehydrator, and I dehydrate the nettles so that I can have them all year long. And I dehydrate them at 35 degrees for about 12 hours. And so we'll make the nettle tea today, and I just wanted to show you a couple of things. This is the nettle tea that normally my husband drinks every morning. Here's some nettles that are just for this tea. I also use nettles a lot in my detox tea, which has about 20 different herbs in it that detoxify every system of your body. So we'll put these to the side, and I'll get everything ready for our nettle tea. The first thing I'm going to do is get our nettles from the dehydrator, and I always use gloves, even handling dry nettles, because I've noticed that sometimes it just prickles a bit. So I encourage you to always use gloves. So we'll get the nettles, and we'll go ahead and scrunch them up into the bowl. You could use the 707 to grind your nettles into tea, but I'm pretty lazy, and I find that it's just easy to grab them by the handful and squish them into a tea. Okay, this should be enough for our pot of tea for today. It's a great consistency. So I'll add them into our teapot. I like to let the nettle tea steep for about a half an hour at least. What would be really good though, or what we do at home, is we let it steep for overnight for several hours. I make it at 6 o'clock in the evening, and at 6 in the morning, I'm preparing the tea for our family. Now I'll add the boiling water, and we can let it steep. Okay, so now we're ready. We'll give that just a bit too steep. Apart from being medicinal, nettles are really nutritious. They're comprised of a whole host of minerals and vitamins that our body needs, namely calcium and even protein. I encourage you to use them not just as medicine, but as food. I've snuck nettles in place of spinach into lasagna and omelets. My family didn't even notice. They're really tasty and good for you. So we're going to juice them. Before you juice them, please rinse your nettles so that you don't juice accidentally our little friend here. And you might want to, or you'll need to soak them into some water for a few minutes. You can juice nettles straight. It's hard to drink, so I encourage you to use it as part of a recipe. We'll use a couple of handfuls of nettles, some carrots, and some apples for our juicing today. All right, I'm going to try it now. So I'll stir it up. Let's see how this will taste. I'm really, really curious. Okay. Cheers. Yeah, it's good. It is. I like it. It's great. They're all laughing. Why?
All right, so I guess you want me to try this, huh? I see all the nettles are floating at the top. I'm a little scared.
No, do it. It's really good. It does taste really nice.
Does it sting?
No, it doesn't sting.
Promise?
I promise you.
Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a slight flavor difference. I make this a lot with spinach, a lot more spinach. I can't identify that taste, but it's like
it tastes more springy.
Springtime. I'd say almost like broccoli or something. That green flavor that you get from that, or kale. Yeah, it tastes a bit like kale.
Kale.
Yeah, but it's good. It reminds me of the tea, but it's mainly the carrot and apples I'm tasting there. It's tasty. Well, thanks for coming, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. If you would like more information about nettles, we've written up an article that's on our website, EUJUICERS.COM. We'll link to it in the comments below. Otherwise, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
No, it's good. I'm happy. I'm so happy.
I am happy.
Shushin. No, it's good. It's great. It's good. It tastes like springtime in a glass. I can really taste the nettle.
Oh, you're talking so well.
No, I'm just like, I feel like a drug addict or something. It's good. It's fresh. It tastes like spring. It tastes like nettles. I can taste the nettles like a psychotic person.
I'll say anything you want. I'll say whatever you want. Just give me a shot. What do you want me to say?
I'm so sorry.